Welcome back to you for another most special and most yummy update, my friends. Bitcoin is around 105,000 American dollars. This is an 8-hour chart. Right here is James Wynn, friends. James Wynn has a liquidation at around 105,000. It actually did ping it. So he's technically he pretty much is liquidated, but the actual live recording of it here of his position on Hyperliquid, I mean, friends, it's literally his this account's down. Oh my gosh, man. He's just down 15 million. He put 15 million in, ran it up to 87 million, and then straight minus 95 million in a row. I've got a video coming out later just to go through, just so you learn some lessons about what not to do with these. Number one, most importantly, when you win in anything, don't go changing assets and changing strategies, Some of the money he made, he got big in Pepe. That's where we think he made his money. He started punting. Maybe got the itch too much. So yeah, that's something you got to be careful about. You can see his liquidation here, 105,000. So if you see Bitcoin actually ping below 105,000, that's why I'm just looking at it. And you just, oh man, you got to learn lessons, bro. We got to learn the lessons. The Bitcoin price, I can come and check it for you right now. Right here, look at this as it's seeing live, friends, on the daily. Is the daily oh bro, you just friends, oh no, and by the way, the 4-hour just flipped red. So oh man, you never know, man. It might get a chance for him to come back in and get him, but his liquidation's right here. So this is not how you want to live crypto, with these dangerous liquidation points. You don't want to be living life on the edge like that. That's why we stick to long term. That's why. Long term, you increase your win rate. Yes, but there's a price you pay, right? You don't get your dopamine hit like we want. We want our dopamine hits every day. You want them, you're not going to get them. You have to delay it. Delaying gratification. This is the Bitcoin conference, friends. This is literally at the Bitcoin conference.
21 cows have taken over the Bitcoin conference. Hey!
They're actually playing the Michael Saylor song.
Steak and shake.
So, you know, friends, look, I'll crank it a bit. It's kind of funny. They do have the Michael Saylor, the Chad Saylor song. This song right here.
People that use fiat currency as a store.
This is dangerous, friends.
Value. We call them poor. We call them poor.
It's been great, bro. I'm hoping, look, it's not generational top signal stuff for, the whole cycle with feeding more Bitcoin dominance. You can just feel like it's Bitcoin basically cursing themselves. A lot of Bitcoiners. This is the Bitcoin price chart. This is the Bitcoin dominance price chart. This yellow line is what I show. I have the business ISM as well. I just wanted to use it for reference over time. You can see how these things move in sync, friends. Actually, while they're here, very interesting. As business ISM, if you move it right here, so as business ISM, right, starts to tick above 52, which is around this number here. So from the left-hand side, 52. So as business ISM starts to go up, look what happened to Bitcoin dominance. It starts to literally fall off the cliff, And then this happened again. That was a 2017 cycle. And then it happened again right up here, right? This is where they had zombie virus. Yeah, and you can see this period of time, remember they're vertically synced. As we cranked, where is 52 again? Right here. So that's 52, yeah? As we shoot above 52, look what happens. You have DeFi season, and then it comes back, and look, it actually goes for another run as we take a step down. So that business PMI, the manufacturing PMI, when business confidence is enough to hit that 52 plus, which is what we just had, it's like go time pretty much. But yeah, for Bitcoin dominance, look, it looks extremely dangerous. Very dangerous for a lot of everyone who's turbo long on everything here, because they've been rewarded for just Ponzi leverage buying Bitcoin. And they've been fading the fact that altcoins are the infrastructure of Bitcoin, which we all know, because Bitcoin's got no tech. It's just digital pet rock. And, everyone, they got all the word salad stuff from Michael Saylor, it's digital New York real estate. Pew, pew, pew. It's a supernova. E equals MC squared. Albert Einstein. No, bro, come on. It's just turbo Ponzi money's been thrown into it. And yeah, and as well, right? Bitcoin does have a special place. Okay, it is a very special Game Boy. Okay, statistically, Bitcoin goes up with global M2. All right, so no other altcoin does that. Bitcoin has a very high correlation with global M2 rising. So global liquidity. Basically, they print money. Bitcoin has a nice trajectory. It follows it. It's not exact all the time, of course, but it's close enough where it has an 89.5% correlation if you check back it back since its history. Okay, now here it is right now. Doesn't mean it's always perfect. Right? Oh man, James Wynn, what are you doing, James Wynn? So that's what makes it special. The Nasdaq is 95% correlation, right? And Bitcoin's 89.5. So anything above like around these lines, they're huge. Basically, it's very, very tight. Remember on altcoins, when they like pretty much continue their journey, it matters on the business cycle. So global M2 keeps going. That's what they do, friends. They keep printing money until we hit a positive flywheel effect with the business cycle, where there's enough currency, there's enough confidence, people spend, people borrow, activity comes in, it bursts, but then the economy gets heated, inflation goes high, and they have to pull it back. But that bursting upwards, that's our 4-year global debt rollover, 4-year cycle crypto part. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, that's what we're hoping we're actually entering into right now, which I will now show you once again. That's what we're hoping we're entering. We're hoping this Donald Trump resurgence of optimism creates the positive flywheel. Yeah. And that's pretty much, that's what it comes down to. And then that positive flywheel, business cycle goes up. That's why no one's looking at Bitcoin anymore. Because like they don't care about just a global monetary hedge at this point. People want to take on more risk out there in the world, right? That's business confidence is up. And what does that really mean? It means people are willing to look further into the future and just accept more risk. That's why you're going to do that when you're feeling confident. That's what, what we're waiting for. Don't forget as well to please don't stop believing. It only takes one win to change your life. One Jams win, if you will. So one win to change your life. That's true. One win to change your life. So doesn't mean like keep clicking and keep chopping yourself away. It doesn't mean that, okay? It just means you could be on the right path, man. I mean, Warren Buffett, friends, says his whole career is made up of one big swing that he takes every 5 years. You think about this. We've been waiting. We're pretty much around the 4 or 5 year mark. So that's really important to think about when we move forward into the future. As we move forward, hopefully we get the nice double bubble alt season that we're waiting for. This is obviously the Tether CEO. They're bragging about having 100,000 BTC. So it confirms the StableCoin SuperCycle thesis that I made. Literally, I made for you. You're very, very welcome. You're starting to see more stablecoin parts come in. The US government loves stablecoins. Everyone's going to want to put the stablecoins on because they bid US treasuries. All of our Tether's balance sheet came from the cuck money because people receive no yield for it. They give all their yields to Tether, about $6 billion per year. That's how much money they made last year. That's actually wild. Their profit. No, actually, sorry, $13 billion they made last year. Profit. $13 billion. Can you believe it? They literally, friends, do nothing. They just grab everybody's yield. Everyone's like, yes, beautiful. I don't want any yield. I'm just a cuck. Also, if you want to see POC, proof of cuckolds, look at the Wanker Guru Telegram, friends. Look what they do. So Wanker Guru, friends, whenever there's a Richard Hart or Pulse Chain post, everybody downvotes, boo, boo, because the crowd's obviously retardio. They don't know what they're doing, right? You want to fade those cucks. But whenever it comes to, say, stuff that they basically don't know is literally poison for them, like Tether, they look at all these upvotes. Because the crowd, friends, the crowd's stupid. They literally, and I don't like using that word, but I've got another word to use, okay? They're silly poopy heads. They are. They're dingleberries and silly poopy heads. They're losers. Major loser Jerome Powell literally hanging around with these crowd people. They're literally losers. They're cucks. They don't know what winning is. Okay? USDT issuer, Tether, owns 100,000 BTC. Look at all these people. Yes, yes, yes. But it's beautiful to see this, friends. It's like you're Lionel Messi, and then you say, let's say you're about to play somebody on the pitch. You're Lionel Messi, world famous footballer. You're going to play another team on the pitch. And then you see guys in, pink ballerina tutus, and they're painting their fingernails. Okay? They're painting their fingernails. And they're not even wearing the proper shoes. They're wearing high heels on the pitch. They're not even wearing studs. You see that? What would you be thinking? You're thinking, oh man, they're finished. They are finished. They're wearing stilettos. Dudes in stilettos with hairy legs and pink tutus. It's game over. That's the equivalent of what we just saw, friends. We are watching guys with tutus and stilettos here. Everybody in that Wanker Guru and everyone in mainstream crypto who's still fading deep value contrarian pulse chain. That's why it is funny, right? It just shows that they lack a basic understanding in crypto, So, like, they cheer on the fact that a $150 billion cuckold money piece of money is earning zero yield. That Tether blacklist functions everybody, literally wiped out 91 crypto addresses or USDC. They wipe out millions of dollars. No jurisdiction, no legal stuff, doesn't matter. The Coconut Intelligence Agency gives them a call. It's literally CBDC. Okay, it's CBDC. Tether don't even have any money without Ethereum, which is like Tether just biggest cucks, friends. Like they talk shit about Ethereum. They literally deployed on the chain. They need Ethereum to make their money because Bitcoin, no one has any deployment for them there. There's nothing to do on it. Okay, and then they just use that yield to go buy BTC. But I have a feeling they'll be in their words one day. That's why it would be nice if the PDI unstable coin has its journey up to the top. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? In other news I've shown you of today, friends. So the Prostitute Cabal is back. Look at this, gentlemen. How the truck did these things end up as KOLs and start constantly rugging all of you? You wiggers are beyond down bad. So this is, yeah, it's just what happens, friends. Like, man, look, we need ladies of the night. I get it. But like, if you guys want to live your life on the edge with like this like Twitch simping stuff, I feel like it's basically 4chaners, you know, they spoke to 4chan guys, spoke to a 4chan girl, and she like sent a picture of like her palm and like says, hey, confirmed it's real. So now they're like obsessed with girls on the internet, just getting rugged and stuff out here. But it is what it is, man. It's just entertainment and money and everything. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into, okay? It's on Solana. People like getting extracted. It is what it is. I don't know how all the simps keep coming, but, you know, one of the mysteries of life. And baby dolls, as we're actually recording, James Wynn is getting liquidated in real time. But what he's actually done is he's selling his position. He basically is liquidating himself. Okay, he says pretty much this is it down here. So his price 104,700 now. So he's literally, it's actually the price is one. Oh no, like the Bitcoin trading price is around this number. It's closing here. So, oh my gosh. So I'm just like, man, I know it's not nice to do this, but like this is straight gambling, man. It is straight gambling. This is, you're literally watching this thing tick down, down, down in real time. Friends, remember, I've got video stuff coming out later. Just, you know, we'll have some fun. Just, you got to learn these lessons, please. You see this, man. You make this one mistake, man, because no one can get you out of it once you're in. And friends, so what I just want to quickly throw this to you quickly. So I've made some posts here. James Wynn, he's been selling his position and get quickly liquidated. But what I've noticed is I've been doing some friendly swing trading stuff. So Ethereum's actually quite strong. I can see from its price action here. It's actually nice. So as Bitcoin's dropping down, Ethereum's got stronger bids. But like, remember, I've been telling you this, like this is inevitability, right? Because ETH BTC is so low, right? You know that, yeah, it's inevitable. It was inevitable. But like, it's been so freaking long, right? This is James Wynn. James Wynn about his position liquidation here. See, friends just come out. They just want to ping you. They want to ping you out here. You get hunted, predatory. Yeah, man, these people they just don't know how to trade. You're not built for this, bro. You got other talents out there, dude. You don't step into the ring. Don't step into other rings. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other ways to make money, and this is like inefficient as well for most people. So you're probably curious as well, my friend Somi. Please show me that Ethereum price action. How can I tell it's strong? Well, look at this. So you can basically see Bitcoin, right, friends? Bitcoin's like down here equivalent, you know? Bitcoin's down there. It's like rotating down. But look where Ethereum is. ETH is still, look at this, making these higher lows. So this is all Ethereum can do. So Bitcoin's been sending down and Ethereum is still like holding up here. And what I've done is I'm now going to show you the top is ETH, right? And the bottom is BTC. You see that? You see how Ethereum has these higher lows. This is Ethereum up here. And then Bitcoin is like rolling over. Now, you don't need to do this cute multi-price action stuff, friends. So what you actually do is, so you know, I just showed you that's two individual ways to look at it. All you need to do is look at ETH BTC. That's all you got to do. So you just look at ETH BTC and that's it. You see ETH BTC is still strong. Okay, cool. Ethereum's stronger. That's it. You just need to look at one chart. That's why ratios, they summarize so much information here for you. Because you'll see other people say like, oh, there's a higher low here, but there's a triangle here and a bullish flag. No, bro. Just look at the ratio. That's it. One chart. The ratio is still strong. We got a long way to go though. So what do we do from now? We welcome in the month of June. Might be a bit of a, reset market for BTC. And then hopefully Ethereum can start to crank. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.